and you are welcome back to class. This time we are going to be talking about charts. We basically use it for data presentation. Some would like to say data visualization, and we are going to for the sake of this lesson, because there's a whole lot of ways you can actually use this chart. I am going to be touching basic ones, and through these basic ones you'll be able to use any other kind of chart on any other version of Excel that you might find yourself to be using. So let's start right in. I'm going to start with the column chart. I'm going to start with the column chart because is one of those charts that has all the basic features that we need to consider in it. And once we can successfully understand the column chart, you will not have issues with line, with some other ones, even with your bar charts along the line. So let's see. Um, let's select this data. We are coming here. Yeah, selected, and you come to insert. Now, depending on the version you are using, this version is 2010 and it's just showing me all the charts that are available at the moment. But for some of you, you are going to see recommended charts. You understand? You are going to see recommended charts. I'm sure you have seen that right now. So once you see that, you will see different charts that you can pick from. I'm choosing this column chart. So for this column chart, you can have different ones. It can be 2D column, 3D column, it can be cylinders, it can be pyramid, it can be any of that. So you see here where you see all chart types. In your own recommended chart, when you click on it, you see somewhere all chart type. There you'll be able to see something like this here. So for the column charts, these are the options that are there. I'm going to pick this first one so that it will be basic enough for explanation. There you go. So this is this data here now that it is actually representing here, and I am going to be giving some explanation. So when you look up here, you can change the color to whatever you want. You can see this, it can be this, it can be this, it can be this, it can be this or this, anyone that you like. But we used this, I think we should stick with this that I started. If you look here, you see there are many things you can actually add to it, to the layout. It can be like this, it can be like this, it can be like this. But the thing about this class is that you actually make choices. It's a tricky class. It's a tricky class because the choice still depends on you, how creative you can be and how you actually want your data to be represented. So if you look up here, you will see that I have design, I have layout. When it comes to layout, I am going to take these things one by one so that you will actually understand some of these things very well. So this is chart title. Right now, this thing has none. You can see that none is being ticked here. But you can actually have a title here in the center, or you can have it above. Me, I prefer it up here because it actually helps you to quickly understand what exactly you are dealing with. So there's also some like this title now. You can come here, double click on it, come here, press your back, and then you write these are exam scores. So let me say exam, sorry, let's say exam results. Okay, just for example, you understand. That's how that works. The next thing I want to talk about is the axis title. So we have axis. If you notice, there's none right now. So if I click on title below axis, see this title axis is here. Are you seeing that? So I can say over here, I can put names. The names of the students is there, and then we can come back again to the axis title, this time the vertical. So the vertical gives you whether you want it rotated, you want it vertical, you want it horizontal. It can be any one of it. Let's say this, where you can resize. So over here we have these are the scores. Okay, yes, these are the scores. You have it there like that. So for this one, I usually like to delete this because it doesn't give you the real figures most of the time. It just gives you like an average. For example, this one here is 77. That's Johnson. Johnson had 77 in his scores over 80. Look at it. It's just somewhere here. So we can't really say if it's exactly 77 or not. So usually this one I delete it. Again, I repeat, it is all by your choice. It depends on what exactly you want. Some people would rather leave it there. I won't. But you can also decide to make a choice that you want to leave it there. That is that about the exit. Oh, so now the legend. If you look here, it's saying show to the right. This is the legend here. This is the legend right here. We can leave it on top. You see, it can be up there, which I don't think I really like. And it can, there are some cases that you can actually have it at the bottom like this and it won't be bad. I've done that for some presentation before. It's actually not bad. But for the purpose of this class, for easy access, let's just leave it there by the side. Now, this particular thing we can actually um, play with. You right click, you see this format legend. Format legend. You come here. You can do anything you want with it. It's to the right. Let's leave it at the right. See the fill is automatic. You can decide to have no fill. If you have no fill, there'll be nothing there. Are you seeing it? Or let's say we have solid fill. Are you seeing that? Solid fill is giving us a color blue. You can choose any color of our choice. You can choose this. You can choose to let it be like that. You can really play with anything. You can have picture here. You can select picture from your laptop here that you want to put in that place. These are the little designs you can do. I'm just going to run through all of them so you can understand. Fill pattern. There's so many patterns you can actually add to that small box. As you can do it to this place, you can do it to any. You see, are you saying that? But I think naturally we should go for automatic on this. Border color, you can give it border color. It's automatic at the moment. Styles, you can change the width, you can change it, you can make it bigger, make it cap size. These are things that you yourself can just sit down with and play with. That is that about that. Okay, another thing that we can do, we can select data. Now let me tell you the essence of selecting this data. So it is showing series 1 and series 2. The series 1, that's this first one, it is actually the score over 20. So we can click on this series and press edit. Once you press edit, you can actually change the series name and we can put it as score in brackets. This is over 20 and then we close the bracket. Okay, you see that has changed. We can do the same, edit, just like we can actually add. So this is going to be score in, open the bracket, 80, and then you close the bracket and there you go, you press OK and you see that's okay. Very easy, very perfect. You see how it goes. If I make this chart to be, let's say, a little bigger than it is now, let's drag it a bit. You see how it is. Are you saying that? You'll be able to see it clearly. Now this, if you notice, when I selected this particular bar, all the series that are this color, that's the score 80. If you notice, it was selected immediately. So if I right click, I will see format data series. You see this no gap and gap. It's actually to give you to make the size bigger or smaller. Let's say we want to make it no gap. You see, the size was increasing. We can even separate it. We can actually separate it. It can be a little separated, yeah. And you can take it closer to each other a bit. Are you seeing the changes? You can overlap, you can separate, you can just do what you want with this. I really like the way it is. That's primary axis. You can check that you don't want to see that. You can check this, you understand? And then of course, I've explained all of this. You can change the feel. You can change the feel. You can change it to this. But I think it was in automatic. It was in automatic. So you can just do whatever you want to do with it. You can play with it. Of course, I explained the border color. You can put solid lines. It can be another color. Can you see it's color blue there? You can increase it, the transparency a bit. You can reduce it. You can play with it. You can add shadows, increase it, decrease it. Just 3D format too is there, increasing the width and all of that. But left to me, I can't choose how you want it to be. So those are things that you can actually choose for by yourself. Now for this one too, you can select this one too. Same thing that we're going to be doing. You can increase it a bit to make it look bigger. It affects it. And then we close. So the lines actually look bigger. That we've done legend. So now I want to go to data labels. Right now we have none, but we can put it in the center. So these labels are just showing you the figures that are actually in those places. Let me go here, data label and then center. Are you seeing that? So that you're not just seeing it from you want, in case you need clarity for your presentation, you can put this there, that okay, these are the actual figures that are there. And these labels too, we can actually format them. Like now, if I touch this first label here on the first one, if you notice, the other ones too highlighted on that particular axis, on that particular score, everything was highlighted. Then when you select it, you come to home. You can do a lot of things with it. You can add fill. Let me see. So look at it when I added fill. I can add it. I can make it another color. It's just that it's going to look very awkward. But if you can beautify it with another color, okay, what if we choose this color? We can choose this color. And we can also say that we want the font to be red. Okay, let's choose this red. It's not bad. The red is not bad. We can make it white. No, no, no. The white is not so clear. We can make it bold. Yeah, it's bold, but it's still not so clear. We can make it bigger. Did you see? It increased in size. But I think we should leave the this thing as that red wasn't bad. That red wasn't bad. So look at it. Look at that. It can be like that. And you can also click it again and decide no, you don't want any fill. So we can go here and put no fill. And then it's just red. But I think the fill actually helps to make it look, yeah, makes it look better. That's for me. Like I said, perception is still going to depend on you. You can go back to your home, do the same thing. You can make that one. Let's say we make the fill um yeah, a little darker. Or this. Okay, let's make it this. Or this. No, I think this is better. And then we can, let's leave it as red. Be nice there. Red be nice, not bad. Then make it bold. Okay, instead of black. We can actually leave it like this. Or should we try white? No, let's go back. But anyway, and that's besides the point. The point is I'm just showing you how you can touch all of these things and you can make it look as beautiful as you want. Now I was with layouts. We've talked now data table. So you can actually add data table. You can show data table. If you notice it's none, you can show data table below the chart but without the legend key. So let me click that. You see that? So you can present it like this. If you are going to present it like this, then maybe you probably don't need to put all of the data labels. So you can just choose this. Or you can actually do this with the legend key by the side. that will show all of this is cost for 20, all of this is cost for 80. Um, okay, but for the table, I want to go with none. I think that's better. Now for the axis, this is the horizontal axis. We have show left to right axis. You can have axis without labeling. Did you see that? It went away. No labeling, nothing. So it becomes like this. You just see the names, you just see the scores and all of that. I don't think I like it. You can have it show to the right. You can. That means this axis came here, so we have the scores here. I personally don't really like that, but depends on what you want. So I'm gonna leave it back to the way it was. Now we can go to the vertical. Same thing. It's the same thing. You can show the axis in thousands, in millions, in all of that. But in this case, we are not actually dealing with that. We are dealing with scores. So we leave it as none. Now we have the grid lines. Okay. You can have right now it's just major lines showing. You can have major and minor lines. Can you see? The grid has increased. You can have minor lines alone. Look at it. The grid has increased. And then we can have major lines. The grid is there. If you ask me, I don't even think I want the grids at all. Aha. So that has gone. Yeah, that is that about that for this place. Now for the plot area, we want to this plot area, the beauty about it is you can actually come here. You can you can do whatever you want. Show plot area, you can right click here and go to format chart area. Do anything you want. You can put solid fill, that's the color. You can change that color to any color that you want. It can be this. Oh no, that's a lot of color. But I think we should leave it as white. Yes. Because if you do no fill, it will be transparent. Did you notice? So we have to put the fill, and I think the fill should remain color white. Personally, you can add a picture, you can add patterns, do whatever you want. Border color, you can play with that. Shadow, the size, you can increase the size, you can decrease the size, the properties, you can it's just all here. It's just all here. Everything that you need to know that you can use to manipulate your chart to actually look good. Now, with the little you can do here, I'm very sure that once we are moving along now, it won't be so difficult for you to understand. The the column um chart is actually very nice when you need to compare two things together. I hope you understand what I'm saying. When you have to um, 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 compare things together, you can actually use it so that you can have it side by side like that. That way you'll be able to know that, okay, this is what I'm doing here, this is what I'm not doing here. And okay, let's come to this place. You see this select data that we wear here. You can actually switch. You can do switch. When you switch, let me show you what happens. This is what happens. So you can have full data for the scores of 20 on one side, and then the full data for the scores of 80 on the other side. So this is another way that you can actually compare. Let's go back. Now there's something I wanted to show you. You see when I pressed this anywhere on the chart, if this thing comes up, and now you see change chart type. You can either press it here or you come here and right click. You see change chart type. Anytime you see it, see this prompt comes up and you can change it to anything you want. You can use this data to change it to anything that you want. At this point, I would like to discuss the bar chart. So let's select the bar chart. Let me show you something. The difference between the bar chart and the pie chart, and the column chart is just that one is horizontal and one is vertical. The column is vertical and the bar chart is horizontal. Horizontal, so let's see. There you go. Look at it. This is exactly what this thing turned to. Okay, let's undo that and actually take another have another table for that. Let's select this. Let's put this aside. let's let's make this smaller so that we have room for more things. Okay, and we are coming here. Let me select this and use this because this has much more information that we want to use for the bar chart. Okay, I think we should go back to this much later. We can use this data ourselves. Let's select it again, and then we go to insert. This time, let's choose it from here because I want us to follow a particular trend. We've talked about the column. That's why I don't want us to go into that bar immediately. Let's come here, select this, and let's select line. Okay, this is the first line chart. Can you see that? Very nice. I like the line. If you just want to make a simple um, explanation, a linear explanation, it is very, very awesome to use. Let's go back here. In this same line, I think I'd rather use this. I like this for, sorry, that's not coming up, and I know why, because I did not select that. So for this line, I want this will come up now. Good, good. So I'm even comparing two values. I'm comparing two values here with this line graph, and look at how it is coming out. It's coming out beautifully. This is the former one here. I don't I like it. I like it, but I prefer this because of the points that actually come out on the graph. So I like it. I'll choose this kind of linear graph. But at the same time, like I always tell you, don't forget there's a whole lot that you can do. Look at it up here. It can actually look like this color. It can be this color. I think I like the contrast of this color. I think we should stick to this for now for the purpose of this class. Now that we have this, let's go to the layout. uh, if you notice for this linear, we still have the same layout, just like I explained the other ones. We have the chart title. There's none here at the moment, and I said I like above. You can choose above. You can label it anything that you want. The axis, I've explained all of that. You can give it axis. You can decide to give it axis. You can decide not to give it axis. You can do whatever you want to do with the information. You can actually um, um, do it. You can mess around with it whichever way you like. It's like this. Yeah. So you see it, the names. Okay, now let me explain something to you. This thing is like this and it's like this on purpose. So if I change anything here, you notice that it will change here. For example, let's give this person another name, say face, because it can't be item. Nobody's name is item. Did you notice a change here? Good. And then let's give another person. Do I have a Paul? Paul. It's changed. Did you see that? And then we can have Amos. Yeah. And here we can have um, Vivian. There you go. Did you see that? And I have corrected all that I need to correct. Don't forget, I told you what to do here. Where you click on this, go back to your design. That's design here. This is what you do. Select data. Even if I right click here, I should see it there. Yes, I should see the select data. That's it. So you can just come here, click on what you want to do, edit it to whatever you want. That first and blue one is score 20. Here we go. And second is edit. That is score 80. Sorry, 80. Okay. And okay, we have that. So all other things I'm sure we can do. We can play with the layout, we can put labels. Okay, maybe I should just touch that a bit. Maybe we want it at the center. See the label is there. We can go back to home. Just like a quick rerun. We can make it bold. We can make it even bigger. We can increase the font size. Yeah. We can change the color to white. Oops. Okay, so I was still selecting this. Okay, that was working for this, but let's come right here for the labels. Select labels, you come here, you know, do what you want. We can put a fill of that, yeah. And for this one, we can put a fill of that. Okay, good. And I've explained the rest to you. You can make that bold. You can make that bold. You can just do whatever you want with all of these things. So let me go here and try and change the data again. We've done lines, we've done column, we've done the bar. Now for that bar chart, I don't think we've gone in depth enough on it. So let's take this aside right now and sort of get into the bar chart. So I just feel like we should use another kind of uh, data for the bar chart. Yeah, we can use, let's insert, let's insert the bar chart here. We can use anyone. We can use the 3D. Yes, we can have the information like this. This is a single one. Like I said, you can click on this. You can remove these lines if you feel, oh, I don't want these lines. You can remove them. You can click on this. You can right click, select the data, do all of that. There's just so much you can do with it. You can come here, layout. You can add your labels to it. Yeah, can show the label. Probably want to, yes, can show the label here. That is that about that. Very easy. You can use every other one of this. I think I've explained all of that to you. The charts were very easy to use and manipulate. Now let's use this same thing for design. Let's change the chart to pie charts. Let's try the pie chart, standard pie chart, and okay, there you go. Oh, it's bringing out the labels immediately. Good. You can have it like this. You can have it like this. This is your regular bar chart. Different things to format with. It can be like this, but we are using this. So same thing. But now let me show you something. You see this layout, if you notice very well, it just has one, two, three options. It's not giving you so much on the bar chart. I mean on the pie chart. So when you are using this circular representation most of the time, we don't really use it to compare different data most of the time. It's for a particular data set, and the way it is, you can use there are different types. Okay, let's go here and see the different types of, let's see, we have different types. So I have these major ones here. This is a 3D. See how it's going to come out. See the 3D. This is how it's coming out. These ones can be up, can be down. The legend, let's put it by the right. See, and this is this one now, it's showing you in percentage how it would be. Remember that was done from this side, this design side. For the format, you can text field, text outline, that's what is inside the box. Change the color, the setting, the way it is, everything can be changed. Can you see? It's now looking like this. It can look 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 like this, depending on what you want. We have selected this now. This is how it is going to look out. So for the layout, it's not so much that you can do. You can, of course, put the chart title and then the labels, and you are good to go. Now, there's something that I would want to explain to you. If you notice, when we were doing all of this, most of the time I was selecting data for any chart. I was just selecting like this. If you notice, I was selecting like this. No, it's you can actually, if I select from here, let me show you what will happen. Insert, should we do pi? Let's do a column. Let's do a column. Let's this time let it be this one with the cone. Okay, look at it, and it will add a zero. Now this zero, do you know why this level is like this? Because it actually took this item and unit cost and it was confused. Let's go back. So what you do in this case, yeah, you select this box and do the Control T I taught you. Remember I taught you Control T to make this a table, and then you make sure that it is checked that my table is head as headers. So you press OK. That way you can manipulate, you can select everything and it will understand what you are saying. So if I come here now and I want to filter this information, let's say I don't need information on the refrigerator, I don't need on the laptop, and I don't need on the blender. I just need these few ones. Let's say I don't even need the printer. No, I need that one. Let's say I don't need the printer and I press OK. You see what will happen. Did you notice? Did you notice what happened to this data? You cannot see printer here again. You cannot see, everything just changed. Everything changed. So if I can come back here and select all, everything will come back to normal. You see, it's a whole lot more now. I can come here, I can select that, okay, I want to uncheck the expensive ones. Let me uncheck this and uncheck this and uncheck this. No, no, and no. Sorry, I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, and I press OK. You see, it's bringing out this. So we have only information for this. The idea is anything you do here affects anything you do here. And once you have made it a table, you can actually filter the amount of information that you want to. This that I did applies to all kinds of charts, to all the charts in general here. You can do that. Once you have made it a table, it makes it easier for you to say you want to filter one information or the other. I hope I have not skipped anything, but anyway, we are going to go to change chart type just for me to, I have run through the line, the pie. Now, if you have recent versions of Excel, that's why I started with this version. Once you are on the, you will see different. There's a particular one that combines column and line. That way you can compare with column and line. All these things will be easy for you. Once we have started this, I have explained to you the basics of all this, so you'll be able to maneuver and manipulate and choose a perfect um, um, design that you want. See this one now. This one is Arial. This area is like this. It just explains it like this. You understand? Okay, let's see. It can be like this too. I don't. I think the depending on the kind of data you want to show, there are some charts that are not so nice to use unless you are very sure that you the difference in the data is much that it will be easy to explain. Look at this now. Are you seeing how this is going? See how this is going? Okay, you know what we'll do? Let's do something. I want to do something. Let me change this data. Let's make this 10 and 30 and 70 and 35 and 40 and 200 and 150. Okay, yes. So I wanted something like this. You see how it is. Let's go to insert here and let's try and okay, this is it. So let's try and go to the layer. I want to remove these labels to explain some things. This is the scattered. Let me go here. Aha. So this is the XY scatter um chart. Look at it. It can be like this too. It can be like this too. This one is it even looks um it looks linear. If you are looking at it, it looks linear. And then we come here. We can also have surface. Look at this. We can have a surface. It has to have two series. Okay, for that surface, I'll come back to it. Surface, we can use the other data for it. Let's see which other one we can use for a single. Yes, we can have the donut. This donut is going to be under your pie chart on some particular version of Excel. Can you see how it is? Very nice. It comes out like this. You can select each box and play with it. Okay, I don't think I've explained that. So you can actually select a box and exploit it. I will go back to the pie chart when we are done with this. There's something I think I forgot to explain. And we can have bubbles. I like these bubbles. I like the bubbles. You can actually right click, go to um format data series, and if we don't want it to be 100, maybe we should make this 55. Let's make it 55 and see how it will come out. Oh, look at it. I love this. I actually used to enjoy using this sometimes because I like the way it comes out. I like the way it comes out. So that's that. And of course, for the radar, it comes out like this. This one, you have to be extremely experienced to use this data representation. If not, you will get everything modeled up. So for starters, for when you are starting something, I just feel you shouldn't go so deep into this. Use the basic ones and design them very well to make everything a lot more easier for you. So let me delete this. There's something on the um pie chart that I would like to explain. I don't think I did. So I'm going to come back here and select a pie chart, probably 2D. We can use the 3D. Okay, let's use the 3D. So you can click on each of these boxes like this. Like now, this one I've done now. I clicked on all of them. Did I? No, I still clicked on only one. Okay, let's say I click on this one. It's still fine. You go to format data points. Once you click on it, you see this thing called point of explosion. Let me move this aside so you can see it well. See what happens when I try to separate it. You see, separate that one. Aha! Did you see that? It separated that particular slice out, and I can take it together more. Okay, let's just a bit more. Good. So if you want to focus on one thing, or you want to explain that this one, like now I want to say this is the biggest, or I want to say that other blue one is the smallest, you can actually have that. And then the rotation, did you see that? You can rotate this pie chart to any angle you want. If you want us to see it from this angle, so we've taken that biggest one here and we want to deal with this ones here. We want to explain something like this. You can have it like this. Is it not beautiful? You can change the color, border color, shadows, 3D formats. I've explained all of that. So this is the beauty of all these charts. So I'm always so excited when I have to do data representation or visualization, because the major thing that you have to do is actually select the kind of chart that works with whatever situation you are dealing with. So from everything we've explained, if you look very well, I want us to target this. Let's say, like the example we've been using, we have sales agents for, let's say, we have for the month of January to March. we are going to select it. Let's select it like this. Hmm? And like I explained, to use three or more information, it is better you use the column chart or the bar chart. So for this one, I think I'm going to prefer a bar chart. Look at it. Let's take should we take a cylinder? Yeah, it's not bad. Can you see that? That way you'll be able to explain. So this agents fall in, okay, let's insert data labels here. Yeah, can show data labels. So you say this agent too, he made 100,000 in the month of March because the March is the blue. I've told you how you can edit it. Come here, you can edit it. You right click and select data, then you can obviously come here and you edit, and your information will be easy to understand. I hope we have gained a lot from this. This is a tricky class. It's a class that requires you to pay attention. Take your laptop and make sure that you are practicing. Practice it, go online, check other presentations for whatever skill you want to work with, and then you'll be able to know that okay, this and this chart would better represent the information that I am trying to dish out. I hope that is explanatory enough. So when I was teaching you this, there was a place here that told me that it required that I had more, yeah, it was the surface, I think. So look at how the surface is giving me. It's showing it like this. And you can still have your information here. This to this is here, this to this is here. But this one is advanced analysis. You are just starting. It might be difficult for you to interpret this. It takes a while. So you can still by yourself sit down and study how you think best to interpret something like this. But for starters, I would advise that you choose this um column, line, pie, bar for anything you want to do. Manipulate it and make sure it looks as presentable as it should be. I hope you enjoyed the class because I did, and I'll see you in the next class. Take good care of yourself. Practice, practice,